Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about patch notes for October 9th. Not too much to talk about in this patch notes because last week, which I forgot to cover, had a Surya and the event story and the Danger Close boss and such. But we'll make sure to go over some of the balance changes as well and my thoughts after playing around with them for like a week since it happened last week. So we'll talk about that at the end of the video as well. So the main thing we have for this patch notes is definitely Anila, which is the new Counter Pass units. She is finally arriving to global server, and I gotta say, her kit is amazing. She looks pretty cute, and I really enjoyed her as a character as well. But overall, her kits are pretty amazing. The first main reason why she's amazing is her special skill. Basically, it's like Serena Cruz skill. You are able to make sure those enemies with the immortality buff on themselves and such, you can just remove the buff from them. So Ecclesia is another character that will get hard countered by Anila pretty much. So she is pretty amazing at dealing with a lot of tough defenders as well as some of the striker with the essential buffs on them. So Anila is pretty perfect character to counter them for 2 cost. Not to mention, her passive skill also allows her to give 20% attack boost as well as a 15% attack speed buff for your counter units. So if you want to boost your burst damage, she is a perfect option for you to use as well for the 2 cost units. For the returning banners, we got Alice as well as Maestro and some of this SSR units as well as the operator, including Shasha. But I think we're getting Asha for the operator banner next week, and I think it's probably smart to save up your resources and tickets for her instead, because she is definitely one of the best units right now for PvP for certain comps. I think Shishap and Shasha with the certain comps, it still comes to be best in my opinions, because cost recovery is no joke and it always helps compared to Asha. It's more of the pure DPS potentials. It definitely works with some comps, but it's generally harder to use in my opinions. I think we'll consider pulling her out. I'm on the fence about it, we'll see. And we have new arcade mode featuring Maestro as well. And we have Lost Stand Season 8 as well, and this one does not have any buff for specific units, so I think it's going to be Ministra as well as a Mordred, Wiccan Rudimilla, and some other character. If I remember correctly, I think those units are going to be ruling this one once again. And there is some returning challenge stage to farm the exclusive gear, and Colia Nelson's gear is actually really amazing. It can roll the double skill haste, so healer like her, which is essential to spam her skills fast as possible, is pretty good. But I think jungle Claudia is another meta setup for her as well, so it's depending on which one you want to use, you could, but yeah, it's up to you. And for substream event is the last blooming days on the campus. This substream also has Altinium Reactor or the Pure Possibility in the shop, so if you don't have that yet, this might be a good time to go clear some of the stages, get some resources, and buy that one from the shop. And we also have a new Punch-In event that's going to be giving some resources and the Relic Binary for the 7th-day login as well. So yeah, let's go and talk about some of the balance patch units, and we'll also talk about the recall kind of options that you can choose in the future for the Awakening units as well as SSR units, all in one video. So just give me some time for that. But anyways, the first character we have is Olivia. She basically got a pretty hard nerf, but I think she is worth keeping in my opinions, unless you absolutely hate Olivia. Maybe I'm a little biased because I really like Olivia, and I think she's definitely usable, especially Korean server this week, because it's Awaken Loza popping up a lot, so Levia definitely seems to be doing pretty good job still against the Rangers as well as the snipers. So I think Levia survived through some of the nerfs. If you want to reduce her tactical level and invest into something else, go for it. But in my opinion, Levia still stands very strong. Spira got pretty big nerf. She's one of the OG character, I would say. I used her back in the day when the Evolve 1 first came out, and that was pretty crazy experience, and Spira helped me to get through it. But it's kind of sad to see her gone, but at the same time, I guess I'm not going to be missing her that much in my opinions. Terracom definitely left a lot of sour taste in my mouth when I used to play against a lot of comp throughout PvP. So maybe I'm a little bit biased in that sense too. But yeah, I will definitely recall this character for other SSR units. Next on the list is Rafaela, which was one of the, I would say, really OP character for the 3 cost units for PvP, but not so much in PvP contents. So if you want to recall her to get some other units, I think that's 100% good decision in my opinions. I kept the 1 copy for her for my accounts just in case, but I can still see myself not really using her around. So I recommend to recall and go other SSR units instead. Last on the list we have is Lily, and she definitely got a big nerf. So you can definitely see her nerfed version in dive to see the difference, and you can see your units are dying way less against her. So yeah, Lily got nerfed, and I think she's another easy recall in my opinions, because if you really want to use the sleep units in PvP, I think Gramarye still is there, even though she gets kind of hard countered by Lulu in my opinions. So it's really up to you. I really like her. I have her skins as well for my both accounts, so I think I'll give at least single copy for her so I can enjoy her skin. But yeah, she lost it for a very long time. It's time to finally see her go out of the meta. To summarize it, I think hit Levia and recall other 3 unless you really like the character, and that should be easy option for you in my opinions. There is more character to receive a balance patch in next 2 weeks. October 23rd, there will be Dino nerf as well as a Kang and Chisu, Casey, Kim Chursu, as well as Tempest, the ship itself as well. My just 2 cents. I think they should continue to do what they do. Personally, I'm a little bit against the nerf. I think they should release more counter units and buff the characters, because I think the reason we play gacha games could be many different reasons, but I think we want to feel the power fantasy. So I'm against the nerfing unless something like Dino. I think Dino is definitely an insane character. So some character definitely need adjustment. I think characters like Levia was pretty insane as well. Lily was pretty insane, Raphaelis was pretty insane. So I think characters that's on the list definitely had their own insane part of it, and the playstyle that provoke to be feeling like is incredibly OP. So I understand to few points, but I think what they should be doing instead, in my opinions, is that buffing the units instead. Because recalling is probably not what developers want at the end, because you're basically giving players power to, okay, just we'll give you all the resources back. You can trade for other SSR units or Awakening SSR units if you want. So giving that the choice of players is probably not ideal, in my opinions. I'm not a developer, so I wouldn't know, but if I was a developer, I would probably feel that way. And I think that's why a lot of gacha games tend to stay away from nerfing, and they just constantly release more character with the more power creeps, because I think that's more fun at the same time as it's probably better for developers. So I don't think we are going to seeing major nerf like this after the second balance patch. I think if anything, we'll probably see more units getting buffed, and I think that's what I would like to see. There are tons of amazing character in this game, in my opinions, that's overshadowed by their lack of performance with their kits, might be their stats and whatever other reasons. So give them a spotlight by giving them balance patch. I think that's going to be much more fun. For example, there are many different characters with amazing skins, but not really being used that often throughout the gauntlets or PB or whatever, because their kits are not that great. Buff them. Let me use them. I would love to use them throughout PB contents as well as PvP contents to shorten my grind time and have fun in PvP and actually win at the same time. So that's my 2 cents. I think more buffs definitely needs to be required, and to have fun with it. So I don't want to say take notes, but that's my opinions on it. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Like I said, recall video stuff will probably come later this week, and we'll talk more about that as the more balanced patch comes out in the future. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Take care.